One viewer. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Derek, you and me are live. Say hi to everybody. Hello, hello, There you are. I'm going to put the mic closer.
I want to, but I didn't bring my phone.
All right. Thanks for your attention to our presenter. Of course, in this room, undivided attention, you guys know, means voices off and eyes on our presenter during this next 2 to 4 minutes. Luke, we're ready for you. Let me get my clock here, and I'll let you know when to go. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, I'm going to be telling you how to make tres leche, which is this thing right here. So I've been making tres leche for around 2 years. Although it has a Spanish name, which means three milk, it actually was originated in England in the Middle Ages. So the ingredients you need, there's quite a lot. You need flour, salt, eggs, sugar, vanilla, and eggs just for the cake. So you sift together flour, salt, and baking powder in a sifter thing into a bowl. And then you separate eggs into 2 different bowls. And the reason you have to you don't just mix it together is you have to make it fluffy to make the flavor soak in, or else it would just taste like eggs. So you separate eggs, whites in one, yolks in the other, and you put sugar in both, and you beat them up. Sorry, I mean with electric mixer. Stop looking at me like that, please. You pour them all together and fold it with a spatula. Then you put it in the oven and bake it. Now, when you're done baking it, just let it cool and start making the syrup, which you use to soak the cake in. For the syrup, you just need sweetened condensed milk, heavy cream, and evaporated milk. You just stir it all together in a large measuring cup, and then once the cake is cool, make holes in it with a fork so the syrup can soak in. So then you pour the syrup on, and it soaks up the cake, giving it actual flavor and making it tres leche. So after that, you just set it in the fridge and add heavy cream and sugar in a bowl and whip it up to make the frosting. So after all that, you should have something that looks kind of like this. Different layers, mostly frosting, and the cake part. So yeah, that's how you make tres leche.
All right, Luke, you came in at 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Nice job on the timing. As everybody in the room knows, my routine is to have you set samples to the side until we have sample time at the end of class. So let me make some room for you. And you can just shift that right over here, along with your plates and spoons if you want. And they can hear us out there. Fantastic. Okay, while Luke's getting deconstructed, let's go ahead and get our next presenter up there, Luke C. Come on up.
I must get set up.
It turns into milk clouds.
That's so great. Yeah, so great.
We love taco. Always make it spicy.
I love Todd.
All right.
I have a
Well,
lot of
let's start us
stuff.
off, Luke B. So Luke C, getting ready for you. I know you're setting up there. Luke C, are you timing yourself?
No.
Okay. And looks like you're about ready.
He's a professional.
Yeah, he is. He's
I know.
a pro. He's
It's
done
because
this before. All right. Well, listen. We still have obviously quite a few, so I can't wait too much longer. Are you ready to
Yeah.
go? Oh,
I'm ready.
Then let me get your clock started. On your mark, get set, go.
Hello, my name is Lucas Tio, and I'm gonna teach you how to make your ramen taste better. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure everybody in this class has probably had ramen before, but you probably don't know how to make it taste really, 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 really good, like me, because I'm a pro. So, I mean, I'm not gonna make ramen right in front of you, but I'm just gonna teach you, like, if you were to make ramen, how to make it. So you would just like snap this in half like so, because this better like spreads out the noodles when you actually put it in here. This is a ramen cooker I got from Amazon. You don't have to boil it if you use this thing. Then you just put it in here and put it in the microwave. But since we don't have that time, I already have it cooked in here. Zipper. I already have it cooked inside this package. This is my Clone Wars thermos that I got when I was 3 years old. So here's my ramen. I'm just gonna grab my fork that I have inside this bowl, and I'm gonna teach you how to make it taste really better than anybody else has. Look at that; it looks quite juicy. So I'm just gonna take it all out.
All right, quiet down.
It's gotten all out. And so I have a lot of stuff here, meat, peanuts, spices, and stuff. But first, we're going to start with meat. The meat I brought sausage and chicken. And all you're going to do is you just open it, you just put it in. If you want, like usually you should microwave it before you put it in because that makes it warm and tastes better. And then you're just going to mix that up. It looks good. Then you're gonna put in spices. Now, I'm using garlic, oregano, and tahini, and this comes from Mexico. It tastes like lime, and this is reduced sodium because it's cut season. So you're just gonna spread this in. It's honestly not even that spicy. You're just gonna put a little bit of that in. Garlic in too. This makes it taste like kind of sweet. And then you put in oregano. It makes it taste like your garden. And then after you put those in, again, you just kind of mix it up. Honestly, it's like an acquired taste. So a lot of people may not like it. It may just seem like it's like a big hodgepodge of just random stuff. But I like it. And then you're gonna get your herbs. This is parsley. And you just crush it up a little. Now, you don't usually eat the stems because they're kind of sour. But so you just kind of crush it up a little. And then you're just going to put those in like that. Then we're going to get cilantro, which is, they kind of look the same, but they taste different. They're like cousins, distant cousins. And you're going to put that in. This bowl is a little tiny, but it's still going to taste good. Kind of smells like the food I give my guinea pigs. Then for the final ingredient, this is what I usually put inside my ramen. You have peanuts. This adds the saltiness to all like the savory and sweet stuff that I've just put in. Just gonna put that in. Mix it up a little. And then you're just kind of like disperse it all around. Make sure that it's all like on the bottom and stuff. And then you're done. And now you have all of these ingredients in here that'll make your ramen taste much better than just getting it out of the microwave bland. It has sweet and savory, and it'll make you better. It's easy to cook if you're lazy like me. So, yeah, there we go.
say, first of all,
That was probably a little long.
no, you hit 4 minutes exactly. So you're the first. The closest we got to was 3 minutes 59 seconds, .89, and you shattered that record. All right, he's going to put this to the side,
Yeah, I have a lot of ingredients.
and it looks to me like he needs help. Choose the people that are seated and quiet.
I'm probably gonna need 2 people, so let's take Joaquin and Maddie. Sure.
They're gonna help Luke get cleaned up and set up, and that means
Sir, what can I do for you? So,
we're getting ready for
Sir, I'm allergic to
Ben H.
Oh.
Ben, if you want to start getting
Yeah.
set up.
Okay. I just no, it's fine. I just can't eat it.
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want?
I like the big items.
I can make what?
What about the ramen?
How's it what?
No eating. No, why is there meat inside?
No, that's like
How's it what?
Yeah, this is what it is. It's the flavor.
Come on, Ben.
Ben,
Yeah, go pick that up. Well, at least have a little bit of extra time.
Luke, you are naturally funny. You're so funny.
Mine's good. 50 seconds long. No, not yet. It's not time for eating. Sorry. I think we're getting like saran wrap to put this over. It's just, oh, well, I guess he doesn't need it. It doesn't matter. What do I do with your professional towel?
Yeah, and your paper towel.
Yeah, can you throw this away?
yes, that's good.
Thank you, good sir.
I didn't bring utensils. So you guys can try.
I can't eat it. Oh, yeah, it has peanuts in it. That's so
I
sad.
like your angle. Good job. Go sit down.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Corbin, that was it, buddy.
What you need, dude? Wait, can you go look for another pond that's over there?
Okay.
What else? Can you go look for another pond? Can you go like go white?
White.
Bringing it back down to a dull roar and actually just a muted roar, one we can't hear at all. A reminder about the voices off, eyes on our speaker. It looks like our speaker is using the projector, and that's good. Ben, if you think it's easier, you can use the table and we can move the projector over here. And if you'll allow me to carry the chessboard for you.
Yeah, it's probably a better idea.
All right. Watch me spill everything. There we go.
Everything was that.
So you're gonna have to flip it around to the other side, but that's no good. Addie, will you do me a favor? Give me that blue paper. You don't want ramen on the camera. You will lay it down right there for me.
Bun, what are you doing?
My bad.
Perfect. All right, then now
Like green starch.
we're gonna actually move that over to the other side because it'll be easier for us to see. Right now it's backwards. Oh, and I take that for this. You're gonna need.
You have all your
Just in case,
Probably. Probably. That does not sound promising.
That's what we do. Set this on top of this
We're good. Sound pieces.
so that we can.
Queen. Great question.
Looks like he's drawing you. Looks like he's drawing you. I'll just take it off. No, don't do that.
And you
That was terrible. I was just making sure he said it. Last time he didn't give me some. Yeah.
That was like my favorite line. You should start like a podcast.
Alright, let's put the game away from now.
Please start a podcast. Why do you find that all
Because I can have you watch
I would listen.
Right, yes, thank you. Voice is off. We are getting ready for our next presentation. That's Ben. Ben's all set up, so we are going to get that time started. Ben, are you timing yourself?
Yeah, let me do that.
Let's set our watches. Here we go. On your mark,
All right.
get set, go.
All right. In this demonstration, I will show you how to play chess, the best openings, and some special moves that not everyone knows. So we'll start out with how the pieces move. For example, the pawn moves 1 square at a time, but on the pawn's first move, it can move 2 squares. There's a special move with this I'll teach you at the end. The pawn is able to capture diagonal like this, and capture straight forward like that. Next we'll show you bishop moves diagonal, and there's 2 bishops. One takes over the dark squares, one takes over the light squares. The bishop can capture diagonal, and when it captures a piece, it resides on the square the piece was taken on. Next, we have the knight. This is one of the harder pieces to explain chess, but it can jump over other pieces and moves 2 squares forward and 1 square right, or 2 squares one direction and 1 square to the left or right of the first direction. And it only captures on the square it lands on. After that, we have the rook, which moves forward, backward, left, or right. It cannot move diagonal, and if it captures, it stays on the square the piece was taken on. Now we have the queen. The queen is like a mix between a rook and a bishop, where it can move forwards, backwards, diagonal, left, or right. So it has both those capabilities. The king is the most important piece in the game. It can move 1 square in any direction, but you have to make sure it doesn't get captured because it is the most important piece. Because the goal of chess is to make sure to capture the opponent's king. So, to make sure your king doesn't get captured. Now for some openings. We'll start out with the most common opening, where white pushes pawn to e4, and the opponent pushes pawn to e5. The most common opening known as the king's pawn opening, and it allows for some competitive games. Next, we have the scholar's mate, which only works for white, where it starts with the king's pawn. White moves queen over here. Black can play almost any move that doesn't attack the queen. So say they play this move. Then you move bishop, your white bishop, over to here, which is a c4. Then from there, say they make this move. You take this pawn over here, and it's checkmate, where no matter where the king moves, it will get captured. And that's for the openings. Next, we will go with now I'll show you the special moves. Which first one is known as en passant, which only works if the white pawn is here, or the black pawn moves like 2 squares. This is the only time where a pawn can capture a diagonal without a piece being on that diagonal. And it works the other way around, where if a black piece is here, this pawn moves 2 squares. You can take like that without a piece being there. Next is castling, where if there's no pieces in the way of the rook or the rook and the king, they can switch spots like this. And it does work long ways as well, where there's no pieces in between the king and the rook. They can castle just like that and switch spots. And that's my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Nice. Thanks, Ben. Good job there. For those of you that didn't notice, we are starting up a brief chess club, online only, and that is on the front door. Some of you saw that and registered already, or I should say, filled out the form to express interest. Friday at 4, I will be sending out an email with a link to join the actual club. Yes, sorry.
Will it be at all in person, like meeting?
We may have a meeting in person to just kind of launch things, answer questions. Some of the logistics I'm unsure about, just because I've never done this before. So I'm kind of learning as I go, like many things this year in Innovative Thinkers. And this is actually motivated by you, because I knew that you were a big chess guy. Juno, Justin, I've got Ben here, and others that like chess. So we'll take the first 30. Right now, I believe we're at 11, but we might be higher than that. I haven't checked it today. Ben, thanks. If you'll go ahead and start deconstructing up there, get a volunteer if you need help. And let's get our next person set up.
Yeah,
Jaxson,
let Soros. He likes
get
chess.
you up there.
Soros, I trust you with the chessboard. I know I shouldn't, but I do.
This. I think. Okay.
Then I'm assuming that you don't have to have it up that high.
Yeah,
Most
I think
chessboards
I will.
won't fit without it. And then you'll want the people on the internet to see that. That's perfect right there.
Can you
Turn on the lamp on the actual projector. Sometimes it'll balance out back later.
this?
This.
Oh.
Oh. We lost it. Remember that was just the computer. All right, guys, let's take a look again with the light.
It's a fun part. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving along relatively quickly in order to get everybody in on time, and also to have Tres Leches time and ramen time. So right now it's Jaxson time. Jackson's ready to go.
Yeah.
Getting that thing to focus, right?
Yeah, it's not focusing correctly. Like I need a way to put this in one place. Keep it in one place.
Well, I don't know if we have the manual capability.
AF version on there too.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, undivided attention on Jaxson. Jaxson, I don't know if you're keeping time up there, but I'm getting ready to here.
It's still out of focus.
Okay, there you go.
Well, the problem is every time you move your hand, it's going to try to adjust the focus. Like if it stays pretty stationary and your hands don't move, it
Or
should be
you
okay.
can, you can detach the Joy-Cons.
Just to detach the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, take off the Joy-Cons.
I don't have any of the things to do
You
that.
can just take them off.
Just
Like,
they're
they're
reliable.
reliable.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but I don't have the controllers and
You
stuff.
don't have
You don't have that.
that.
You just hold them in your hands.
You can just. Have you ever done that before?
Yes,
I do on everyone.
I have, but it doesn't.
Okay, all right. Good tip. Thank you, you young video game players. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Hello, my name is Jaxson. You all know me. Today you'll be learning how to make a good Minecraft house. Let it load.
Letting it load. Well, what can you tell us a little bit before it gets loaded up?
So, in order to make a good Minecraft house, you will need a few basic materials, which include the Minecraft platform. You will need a few various blocks, which include building blocks, decorative blocks, dirt, and utility blocks. Some blocks that match really well would include oak blocks, oak plank block, oak log blocks, and spruce planks, or stripped oak logs and birch planks, and sorry, it's not focusing.
Well, it might have been our fault turning the lights off.
Oh, it's focused. Okay, so the first step to making a Minecraft house is defining blocks that look good together, and and putting those blocks in your scroll bar. Ignore the blocks that are in my scroll bar. So the first step is to make an outline of your house with red wool. As you can see, I have already done that. And then once you have done that, replace the red wool with the block that you want the outline of your house to be made out of. The second step is to build the walls of your house. So remembering to leave space for windows and doors. You also want to leave space for decoration, and keep in mind what decoration you want to have in the future when you're building this. The third step is to fill in the floor. As you can see, I've already done this. Remembering to leave space for staircases, ladders, and other things that you might need. And the fourth step fill in the roof, because you might want to fill in the roof, keeping in mind what decorations you want to have on the roof, if you want any decorations. And make sure that it matches your house, because if it doesn't, your house won't look as good as it could. Fifth step, add decorations and utility blocks, remembering to make your house look good. One other thing that you might want to do is to terraform the ground around you, making sure that the terraforming allows the house to still be looking good, but looking even better. And that's how you make a Minecraft house. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thanks for getting the lights. Emma, do you mind getting the lights for me? I appreciate it. All right, raise your hand if you have played Minecraft.
I have played Minecraft.
Wow. All right. Not me, I never have.
You play someone who plays
Looks like a cool
There's no way.
All right, Sam, we're ready for you. Come on up, get yourself prepped on the trip.
What are you doing today?
Good job, Jaxson.
You were dead last year. No six before you.
Oh, there's projector. It is.
Jim, can I help you with that?
Yes,
You
please.
got all kinds of cables in your way. Do you need a projector?
Yes, I do.
Do you want it there or up on the podium? You feel best rather here, but I'll let you move it around if you need to. The light is on, we have to turn it on to Jaxson. Turn it off. Don't think you'll need it though, since you're not using a video game.
Oh, yes, Sam.
Are you just stealing my video?
All right, we are ready for our next presenter. So, undivided attention. Voices on. Eyes up on the screen. Looks like we're going to be using the screen with Sam. Sam, we're ready for you. Are you timing yourself?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm going to get you started here. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to show you some tips to make your drawings a little bit better. So, for sake of time, I drew these beforehand. So these three are kind of the main steps to doing something. You could add color to this one, I guess, but it is a bit unnecessary. There it is. And so this one, how do you do this?
Minus button.
Here, so this is sort of the first step. You just sort of get a very rough shape of what you're doing. You can do this in pencil. Remember to keep it light in case you want to erase things later. So that way you can change things around. I added a bit of details like these rocks and the mushrooms and the stuff growing on the tree. Then you have the slightly more complicated version, which is this. You can see I added a bit more detail as well as I also added this tree in the background. And I did the background. The background, I use a common technique known as shade blending, where you can shade something in a rough way with pencil, and then you can do that to make it look much smoother. This will get a little bit of pencil lead on your finger though. This just makes it look a lot better and smoother. Then you have the final step of adding detail and filling it in with pen. This can make everything sort of pop easier and make it look much better. You can also add a lot more detail, like I added these fireflies and some more mushrooms and an extra tree and these rocks in the background. And there you have it. Those are some tips to make your drawings better. Thank you for listening.
All right, thanks, Sam. Drawings look good. That brings us to that guy right there. Joseph, are you using the? Do you want it on the podium or the table? Your choice.
Corbin, hurry up.
I love doing that.
Thank you, Joseph.
Joseph, are you timing yourself?
Oh, I'm nervous. What?
Now, materials have been passed out to children ahead of the instruction. That's a no-no in the teacher world. You always wait to pass out material till after the kids have heard what you're going to do with it. Otherwise, they tend to play with it when they're supposed to be listening. Everybody put your string down.
It's fine.
Nice, Jack. I only like Derek and Jack and maybe Jackson. All right, here we go.
Hey, I did not do anything.
I'm getting ready to start the official time. So, despite the fact that this is engaging and interactive, make sure you're listening during this. And Joseph, your time starts now.
So my name is Joseph, and today I'm going to be showing you a yarn weaving technique that I learned in 5th grade. So first you're going to grab the end piece of yarn, and you're going to use your non-dominant hand, so which for me is my left hand, and you're going to put the end piece of yarn in between your thumb and pointer finger, just like this. And the other piece is going to be behind your hand. And so then you're going to put this piece of yarn behind your pointer finger, then in front of your middle finger, behind your ring finger, and in front of your pinky finger. Then you're going to go back around the opposite way, so behind the pinky finger, in front of the ring finger, behind the middle finger, and in front of the pointer finger. You're going to want to make these a little bit tight, but not super loose. Then you're going to grab your piece of yarn and you're going to wrap it around these fingers and make it a loose line across all 4 of your fingers. Then you're going to use your pointer finger, and it's going to almost bend over this first line, and then you're going to bring it through just like this, and then bring it through the bottom line. And now you're just going to repeat. And then you're going to repeat this for the middle finger, the ring finger, and for the pinky. Then you're going to just do the exact same thing. And you're going to want to do this about 5 more times. And make sure you're still holding this piece with your thumb and pointer finger. Now we just keep doing this. And now the piece that you've been holding with your thumb and pointer finger, you're going to pull like this, starting to form this chain. Now you'll just keep doing this. And then for time, the way you'd finish it, you guys just keep going. But the way you'd finish it is you'd cut off the piece, you'd cut off the extra piece, but you guys just keep doing the same thing. And you'll just then bring it through this finger and then pull, and then you just do the same thing for your rest of your fingers. And then at the end, it will turn almost like this, like a chain effect.
What?
And then you can and then if you want to do this again, you could just use longer pieces of yarn, and then you could use them for like necklaces or bracelets. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's hard for it.
You lost. I lost me.
Right. Joaquin, we're gonna have
I'll just bring this.
You're up. Are you eating anything? Need me to do anything? Move this over. You don't need this? Yeah, cut it all the way. Give you a little more room now. Okay, good.
I think we have time for one.
Now, if you're gonna have time for the snacks, I need yarn put away now, because we have one more presentation that I am starting now, and I need all eyes on Joaquin and all voices off, and all yarn, please put it away. I know, but I have to rob you of your fun time until we get our last one in, and then we also should have time for cake and ramen. So, on your mark, Joaquin, get set, go.
Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the perfect jump shot. I've seen so many people, it's kind of ridiculous, trying to play basketball. They get discouraged because they don't really know how to shoot. Corbin, stop. I've been seeing some very funny techniques, and I'm not going to say any names, but you don't need a basketball. Well, I don't have one. You don't need a basketball to learn how to shoot and build up the muscle memory that you will need in the game. So, and I've been playing basketball since I was about 5 years old, and throughout that time, I've learned that in the game, you don't have time to stop, think, do whatever you want, and then make your move. You rely on muscle memory and the confidence in your ability to execute anything you do in the game. So, I just made a few simple steps. So, number one, in a game, you're not always going to start facing the basket. So, you're going to have to be able to pivot, squaring your hips and shoulders to the basket. And you want to have, well, I don't have a ball, your hands with the ball about right here. Because if it's too low, you won't have enough time to get the shot off without the defender blocking you. So, you want to have the ball about right here, have your hands centered on the ball. Because if you don't, then the rotation might be off and it'll just bounce off the rim. And then once you go up in the air, so we like bringing our elbow in, and then when you're in the air, make about a 90-degree angle and release. Make sure the ball rolls off of the whole entire part of your hands to get the best rotation possible. Because then, even if you miss and you just hit the rim, it could still go in with the right rotation. And then after you shoot, you always want to make sure you land on your toes to avoid rolling your ankle. And that's pretty much it.
Where you go?
Hey, Luke B, can I see you real quick? Thank you, Joaquin. 1 minute 58.
Not gonna lie, my plan never got messed up without the ball. My plans will change without the ball.
Okay, you have 2 minutes left. That's not enough time.
Money, no, you or
Okay, everyone go there.
Alright, so continue cutting off the circulation with my finger.
And I don't know how well that'll microwave. Alright, that is your bell. Have a seat at your table. I'm dismissing your 5 tables. Nope. Have a seat. Jordan, you too.
It's not my fault.
It's not anybody's fault, guys. It's that we had 7 presentations, and Joaquin's not going to be here tomorrow, so we had to do that one for sure. However, and I'll wait for your turn. The good news is that tomorrow is Friday. All the presentations are done except for Peyton's, so we'll see that one.
And Sophie's.
And Sophie's. I keep forgetting about Sophie. So we'll have a couple of presentations, and you'll have some snacks tomorrow, plus the rest of the period is free time. Okay? So that's a good day on the way. Table 1, see you tomorrow. Table 2, bye-bye. Take your yarn with you. Table 3, 4, and 5. See ya. All right.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
That's not fair. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
very
Hey.
Wait, Mr. Cruz, you need me to stay out here?
Well, I'd like you to cover your stuff.
Yeah. Do I just use my paper towel?
Here, Luke.
I'm not even gonna be here tomorrow. That's not fair.
Who's not gonna be here? Oh, yeah. You're gonna put the whole bowl right inside this. Okay? And then I'll see if I can get it in my fridge. If not, I'll put it back in.
The big bowl of ramen.
Hey, guys.
I see a lot of things there.
but oh, that actually looks good. That like meat sauce.
Oh, yeah, I love all that stuff.
Everyone's telling me I was funny.
You were. It was a very good presentation. You have a gift. This, though,
Oh yeah.
you take
I'm
with
gonna
you.
take that.
You can dump it out in the trash, because there's rice and stuff on there or whatever.
Emery, you're playing with your life.
Aaron, I got it, man. Thanks.
Hi, Mom.
Same thing. I know. I'm coming.
Mr. Pierce, what number?
We're gonna go. You're first.
You're number 1 in my heart journey.
Papa's
Thanks,
coming.
guys, for joining us. They did good.
I'm coming.